there's this news that has been going viral, and I just feel like addressing it. And a lot of people have a different views and opinion concerning it. Of course, when you hear this kind of a thing, you should know where it's coming from. It says death is the only punishment for treasonable felony under Nigerian law. Hmm. Under Nigerian law, and using a KANU case as a case study, KANU's trial as a case study, because I don't know why is it that anybody who talks about what the government is doing, the next thing they just go straight. It is a treasonable felony. It is this and this and this and that. It is a terrorism, act of terrorism. Omoyele Sowore is still there for past 2 years. Now they are telling us that they are still investigating because of his phone that is linked with a with a terrorism and what have you. How long does it take? How long is it going to take them to get that? Which we know that they are just playing, they're just playing to the gallery. And in the case of NNAMDI KANU, since the man was kidnapped back to Nigeria, why is it so difficult? So what are they going to tell us? All this why? For the past 3 years, the man has not been in town, and they said he has done XYZ, and this man came back. You brought him back, forcefully brought him back, and yet you are still playing with the whole situation instead of you to take him to court and just judge him. What are they still going to be investigating? Because at some point the AGF Malami had to amend the charges, so that it will gather flesh, because the one that will that the accusations they were levied against him, those ones not give flesh, so he had to amend it. So anybody that talks about this government is everything is out of terrorism, terrorism. And again, they are beginning to talk about this non-profit organization, this NGO, Serap. And this Gabashe, he loves blackmailing people. Any little thing, he want to go back door at the back door to go and use something to, just to place something on somebody's head to implicate the person. The question and the issue on ground, he will never discuss about it. He won't discuss about it. That is what he does. It's now challenging Serap, that Serap should let the world know how they get their funds, as if this is the first time they have been in this country. Have they not been in this country for a very long time? But because those ones are giving them so much hits, so he just turned around and began to ask nonsense questions that they should tell the whole world where they get their fund from. And any little thing, oh, it's terrorism. But the real people who are into this terrorism, they don't say anything about them. Recently, Malami told us the reason why they've not been able to make mention the sponsor of this Boko Haram or this terrorist. You see how they behave. So they are trying to sell out the narrative out there that oh, Nnamdi Kanu, because they are charging him for treasonable felony, and what is the punishment for that is under Nigerian law is death. Well, a federal high court located in Abuja has adjourned the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, to January 18, 2021. The court made the decision during an emergency hearing on Thursday, November 2nd, 2021. The court also ordered the Department of State Security to allow Nnamdi Kanu to enjoy maximum comfort in its custody. Nnamdi Kanu, who was charged with a treasonable felony, was granted bail by the court in 2017. The IPOB leader jumped bail and fled Nigeria in September 2017. Kanu was rearrested and extradited to Nigeria from an African country in June 2021. He has been in the custody of the Department of State Security, DSS, since then. The secessionist agitator has been charged with different offenses by the federal government. The charges are terrorism and treasonable felony related offenses. The punishment for treasonable felony under the Nigerian law, the legal system. A treasonable felony is a serious crime under Nigerian law. Previous cases of treasonable felony were linked to military coup, and the offenders were mostly executed except for Chief Obafemi Awolowo's case, which happened to be a political matter in the First Republic. Section 37 of one of the Criminal Code states clearly that anyone guilty of treasonable or treason is liable to the punishment of death. Treasonable offenses include waging war against the state, inciting the public or military against the government, and many others. Nnamdi Kanu has been accused of committing the above crimes, which require capital punishment. If Kanu is found guilty of the charges, he might be sentenced to death by the courts unless leniency is applied in his case. Let them try it now. Every day. You know the reason why they don't want to talk about this Boko Haram. That is why they have gone to form one thing they call Operation Safe Corridor or whatever. And all these people who are coming out to say they have repented, is a lie. That is what I believe, and that's what I've been saying. I don't know whether you have a different opinion, but with the way this government has been doing, it took them time. I didn't even want that even proscribe bandits, people who are going to this what is it called, NDA. They did all manner of things. They are holding a lot of people in captivity. They are holding a lot of people. They've hold them to hostage, and yet nothing is being done. People have been saying these guys, even the activity is even worse than that of the people that they have prescribed as terrorists, the Boko Haram. And the federal government has been looking for ways to make sure that the country of the world, the rest countries, they accept Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB members as terrorist group, which is not possible. At all, it's not possible. I don't understand. When somebody challenges them, the next thing they will just hang something on your neck. Even this she already say it's terrorism, whatever, because it called for revolution. In fact, for as many who have not been following, if you are open-minded, or if you have not been following the way government has been operating, you would think, some people just want to, they just hate the government. But this particular government, in fact, their own is just on the other side because they have an agenda. And unfortunately, a lot of politicians are falling under their whatever because of greed, because of stomach infrastructure. But let them try it and tell us that he committed all these offenses. And that is why I always laugh when people, especially people from the southeast, they will say, unknown government. Do you know those who are behind it? Unknown government. Do you know what? And that is exactly what they are trying to paint, to make sure that this terrorism, people must accept that these guys are a terrorist group, this IPOB. And a lot of people are shouting, yes, unknown government. Unknown government. What is unknown government? Unknown government, that IPOB members are the ones behind it, ESN are the ones behind it. That is why without any investigation, without anything, if anything happens like this, bam, they've taken it, they said it is IPOB and what have you. But it's like a lot of people are beginning to understand the game now. And that is why they are trying to send this narrative out there. And the question people have been asking, if you know that this guy has done all these things, why are you pussyfooty about it? Why are you using delay tactics on this matter? Today, this and that. Even that January, whatever they fix, you see that they will see adjourn it again. You see that they will see adjourn it. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.